going on, everybody? Spunky 991 coming guys another video. Come at you guys with my Packers Eagles wild card 2025 preview. So the Eagles going up against the Packers for the second time this year. Eagles, of course, started the season against the Packers in Brazil. Eagles, of course, get the W in that game. Second matchup between these two teams in the wild card round of 2025 NFL playoffs. Coming to this game, the Eagles, of course, getting their quarterback back, Jalen Hurts, who was, suffering concussion in the earlier in this, not earlier, but a few weeks ago against the Washington Commanders. We have not seen him since that game. He's been in concussion protocol, but he has been practicing with the team, and as we expected, the Eagles kept him out the rest of the regular season. He will be a go in this game against the Packers. So his first game back since week 16 against the loss to Washington, which unfortunately he went out in that game. Hasn't played since then. And myself as an Eagles fan, it does make me a little concerned that he's been it's been 3 weeks since he last been on that field, and I'm hoping that the rust is, if there's any rust there, that he knocks it off quickly, and he is in the typical Jalen Hurts form that we're used to. That dog that we know that Jalen Hurts has in him. But Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts will be back in this game against the Green Bay Packers, as we would expect. Of course, he's not going to miss this game, so it'd be great to have him back on that field. As for the Packers, of course, Jordan Love, their quarterback, Jordan Love, he sustained the injury against the Green Bay Packers last week, but I expect him to play. I definitely expect him to play. Now, they did take a big loss. Christian Watson, his favorite target at wide receiver, did sustain he was carted off the field against the Bears in Week 18. And from what I hear, he is not going to play in this game. Jaire Alexander, their All-Pro cornerback, also will not be playing. He's been out for quite some weeks now, so he will not be playing. Never want to see that happen to any player, no matter what team they play for. But having two great players for them not on the field definitely does help the Eagles in that situation. Going to this game is quite simple. Big guys up front, offensive line, defensive line, those guys set the tone for the whole game. So we got to make sure that we take away the run game for the Green Bay Packers. Josh Jacobs is an absolute beast of a running back. He is a guy that can burst one off for a big one in a heartbeat. So we got to take away the running game with Josh Jacobs. We have got to try to force Jordan Love to put the ball in the air. And Jordan Love is. I'm a big fan of Jordan Love. He's one hell of a quarterback. He truly is. He got hurt in the previous game against us. He's coming to this game a little banged up. But like I said, I expect him to play. We got to try to force him to have to try to beat us with his arm. No Christian Watson. So I expect them to, in the passing game, I expect guys like Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs. Those guys, I expect them to get a lot of the attention in this game. Of course, it's the tight ends. Of course, we got John Fitzpatrick and Ben Sims over there at tight end. Those guys as well. I expect them to the Packers to lean on them to try to pick up the missing piece of Christian Watson. Like was carted off against the Bears. Not expect to play in this game. For the Eagles, of course, we got to make sure that we protect Jalen Hurts coming back from concussion. It is essential, absolutely crucial, that Jalen Hurts is extra protected in this game. So I'm looking at the big guys up front for us. Those big guys, Jordan Mailata, of course, Lane Johnson, Mekhi Becton, Cam Jurgens, of course, Landon Dickerson, the big guys up front on the Eagles O-line. Those guys got to step their game up. No, we at tight end, of course, Dallas Goedert is back. He came back and played a little bit against the Giants. It's great to have him back. Get that running game going early. Run that damn ball. Like, I can't stress that. Run the football. You know, the Eagles decided not to let Saquon Barkley go for that record last week. Well, for me now, it's Super Bowl or bust. Bottom line. You know, you pass out on a historic moment, and okay, you want to make a run in the playoffs, which obviously that's what we, of course, want to do. So, run that ball. When you got a quarterback, especially coming back from an injury, that, you know, if we get that running game going early, which I do like our chances against this Packers on D-line, then that will take a lot of pressure off of Jalen Hurts. You know, it will allow him to, you know, to get in the rhythm. You know, when you have a solid running game that you don't have to do it all by yourself, it will allow him to shake off that rust and get in, you know, when called upon, put that ball in the air and find his guys downfield. Like I said, get the running game going early, run Saquon Barkley. I think Barkley could have a phenomenal day against the Packers. The pass, that will open up things in the passing game, because now you got the Packers defense having to respect the Eagles run game. And now you can get them in the passing game. Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra, those guys at tight end. You will get those guys involved in the play action pass. Of course, get guys A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. And I want to see Jahan Dotson actually get some catches in this game. You know, Jahan Dotson has not been given the opportunity that I feel he should be getting. He got a, you know, obviously last week against the Giants, he finally got quite a bit of you know, playing time, and I think he came away with like 6-7 catches in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Get him involved in this game as well. You know, it's gonna, if we're gonna win this game, not just this game, but make an actual run here. You know, get your playmakers involved, Jalen. Get your playmakers involved. Get them involved early. Like I said, you know, it starts with the big guys up front, the trenches. That is what set the tone for the game. But special teams as well. Special teams, we have got to be better, Jake Elliott. I'm talking to you. You know, you've missed some pretty disappointing football, you know, kicks this year. You know, we need you at your best here in the playoffs. You know, I still want to believe in you. I want to believe in you, Jake Elliott, but you gotta make those kicks. Return guys gotta, you know, set up our offense the best way. You know, set up our offense. Punter, pin back the Packers offense as far back as you can. It's everybody doing their job. Offense, special teams, defense. I call all three facets of the game, all three sides of the ball. Everybody has to do their job. I'm picking the Packers to win this game because I'm doing the reverse psychology. I'm picking the Packers to win this game by a score of 31-28. Field goal at the end of the game to win. But obviously, absolutely crossing my fingers, that's not the case. We should beat this team. On paper, the Eagles are the better team. We already have beat this team. We beat them in the first game of the season. But I do that because I guess I don't want, I'm just hesitant to pick them to win again because it seems like when I pick them to win a lot of times, they end up disappointing me and not winning. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to go with picking them to lose with hoping that the opposite is what takes place. And for the most part this season, the opposite is what's taking place. So I'm sticking with the reverse psychology. We like I said, we are the better team talent-wise. Overall talent-wise, we are the better team. But it doesn't matter what you are on paper. It's how you go on that field and how you execute. Execution is the most important thing. How do those players respond in that field? That is what ultimately matters. It doesn't matter how much the talent you have. It matters your heart and your passion. And I do believe in my birds. When I pick the Packers to win, understand I do believe in my birds. I'm just gonna stick with the reverse psychology because it has worked quite a bit this year, and I'm gonna stick with that. But anyway, game is at the link, baby. Game is at the link. This season, like I said, for me, it's a Super Bowl or bust season because, I was gonna say, hey, if we get to the championship game, we get to the Super Bowl, yeah, I'll be disappointed we don't win. But it's like, okay, well, we made a deeper run than we did last year when we went out in the wild card round, you know. But for me, after them choosing not to play Barkley because they're afraid of him getting injured, which I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. But I feel like in that situation, you make a deception, you take a chance, because Barkley may never rush for 2,000 yards again. That's not easy to do. But they chose not to. That is what it is. It's behind us. But my expectation is the Eagles get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Anything less than that is a major disappointment for me, bottom line. But yeah, like I said, it starts with offense, special teams, defense. O-line has got to protect Jalen Hurts. They got to open up the running lane. The running lanes, a good running game will open up the passing game. Our D-line has got to take away Josh Jacobs at running back for the Packers, and we got to get the pressure and covering well, and getting the pressure on Jordan Love at the same time. Jordan Love is one of those quarterbacks that if you give him enough time to scan that field, he will absolutely pick you apart. He truly will. That's the one thing about the Green Bay Packers organization that I've always been jealous of as an Eagles fan, is that their ability to get the quarterback position right each and every single time. And Jordan Love is a guy that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Remember, this is the same Green Bay Packers team that went to nobody expected them to. They were a 7th seed, just like they are this time around as well. They were the 7th seed. They went into Dallas and absolutely embarrassed the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round of the playoffs. Crossing my fingers there's not a repeat of that in this game, because don't need that in this game. Absolutely cross my fingers there's not a repeat of that in this game. But I'm not sleeping on them. As long as they got Josh Jordan as their quarterback, as long as they got Josh Jordan, they're definitely a team that you cannot sleep on for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. I don't really have a whole lot more to say, except go Birds. Let's get this W. Let's advance to the division round in the playoffs. Like I said, go Birds. Spunky 99 is out of here. Flag will fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.